Hi, fourth grade. We are still here in the Northeast, and today we are going to explore the culture of the Northeast. Culture consists of people, food, and things they like to do for fun in the Northeast. The Northeast, they do a lot of the same things that we do here in Illinois. The only difference is they have access to the ocean, so they can go surfing, they can go boating a lot more. So let's explore a little bit of what you can do in the Northeast and the people in the Northeast. So, first, as always, we are going to hear from Mr. B. He makes sure we are practicing our song. So, Mr. B, take it away for us.
Hey, this song is for states that are in the Northeast. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, and Delaware. These are the Northeast states.
Hopefully, you've been practicing those. Such a pleasure, Mr. B. We appreciate you. All right, so let's dig into the culture. Now, if we were in class, I would actually bring in some of these foods for us to try, but maybe you want to have your family members go to the store and get some of these goodies so you could taste them at home. So, since the Northeast is located on the coastline and close to the ocean, they have a lot of seafood as part of their diets. So, clam chowder, crab cakes, lobster, and other seafood are among the region's most popular foods. Lobster rolls made with lobster meat mixed with mayonnaise served on a hot dog bun, and they also eat fluffernutters, sandwiches, which are made with peanut butter and marshmallow cream, are often eaten for lunch. Now, those could be made at home. You just go to the store, get some marshmallow cream and some peanut butter and some bread, and put it on the bread and smack them together, and ta-da, you have a nice little yummy treat. In class we would eat those, but since you guys are remote learning, you will have to get those ingredients if you would like to make it. Now, some of the things that they also eat are dairy. Northeasterners eat dairy products too. They eat more ice cream per person than any other region in the world. So they love ice cream. Blueberry pie made with wild Maine blueberries and whoopie pies and saltwater taffy are other popular desserts in this area. Let's see, baked beans, potato chips, and buffalo wings were all invented here. So if you love buffalo wings, you can say thank you to the Northeast because they were the ones who invented it. Now, in the Northeast, they like to have fun just like we do here in Illinois and the Midwest. Now, two sports were invented in the Northeast. One of the sports was basketball. It was invented in 1891. So, around the beginning of America, a little bit after we have been a country for a while, basketball was invented. There was a second sport that was invented in this region too. Can you find it in the paragraph number one underneath the heading fun? See if you can find the other sport. People also enjoy dancing and square dancing in the Northeast, and they love going to museums and plays and musical performances. We do that around here as well. One thing that we really don't do here is snow skiing. They have the mountain range, the Appalachian Mountains, and often for fun, they like to go skiing and hiking in the Appalachian Mountains. We don't have any mountains around here, so we can go hiking, but we're not hiking in mountains. Now, let's talk about the people of the Northeast. Now, a while back, I had taught you guys about the Europeans that came over here and the settlers and the colonists, all the same name, just different names for the same group of people. But when they came over here, they settled in this area of the Northeast of the United States. So, the Northeast coast of the US was one of the first places to be settled by Europeans. And we've already learned that this was one of the first places. So, the Northeast is one of the oldest places of the United States. You're going to find a lot of historical sites in this area, and you're going to see a lot of the first colonies from this area. The Pilgrims were among the first to arrive on the Mayflower. Most of the states in the northeast region were among the 13 colonies, but I've told you that the colonists also made colonies that are in the southern part of this area as well. So the Northeast has some of our 13 colonies, and so does the Southeast. Now, millions of other immigrants settled in this region from the country too. Well, what's an immigrant? An immigrant is a person who comes from another country to make their home in a new country. So, for example, my ancestors were not originally from America, they came from Germany. They came over on a boat and they came over from Germany and then they settled here in America. Now, this wasn't at the beginning of America. We had been established for a little bit of time, but people kept hearing how great America was. They weren't fearful of a king anymore controlling them. They just heard that America had a lot of things to offer, like new jobs, new homes. We also had better education for their children. So many people were leaving their homes in Germany, Ireland, Europe, Asia, China. People were coming from all over the world to come visit America. And not only visit, but they were coming to stay. And they would come into America and they would become a United States citizen. So that is why this area of the Northeast is called the melting pot of America. Think of America in the Northeast as, well, just America in general, honestly, as a big melting pot. So if I am making soup, I would have a big old pot. I would put in carrots and maybe green beans and celery and noodles, and I mix it all up. Well, those ingredients are kind of like the people from all over the world. You have a little bit of people from China, a little bit of people from Germany, a little bit of people from here and here and here and here and all over, and we mix it all together, and we have one great nation that welcomes its doors to many people from all over the world. So from 1892 to 1954, over 12 million immigrants came through a place called Ellis Island. Ellis Island is an island in New York that faces the Statue of Liberty, and they go to this island to become a United States citizen. They have to pass a test at the time. They had to do a like a little screening, a health screening to make sure that they weren't bringing any diseases from other countries over here. So just because they came to America, they didn't automatically get accepted here in America. There are a lot of steps that they had to take in order to become a United States citizen and to become an official immigrant. But it would be cool to ask your family members if they know of any family members that came over from another country. Because the only people that were really here in America, like really here, and can really say that they're like 100% Americans, are the Native Americans. Native Americans were here before the Europeans and the settlers came over. So the Native Americans, native means from an area, and that's where you were born. So I am native to Belva, Illinois, because I was born here. Native Americans, also known as Indians, they were the ones who were born here in North America and the first ones here. And then the people from Europe started coming over here. So I just wanted to kind of fill you in on that, that like really technically, if we wanted to think about it, like nobody is 110% from here. We've all had family members and descendants and ancestors who have come from other places. I just kind of find that really fascinating to start tracing back our family history. So ask your parents, ask your grandparents, ask your aunt and uncle. Do they know anything about your family tree? It would be cool to see where your family came from originally. So, anyway, a lot of people came through here as they became a citizen and as they wanted to start a new life here in America. Now, today, the Northeast region has some of the largest cities like Boston, New York City, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and even Washington, D.C., where the president lives. So it has a lot of people living in it in the Northeast. But the thing is, if you look at the map, doesn't it look like the states are really tiny? So it's a lot of people crammed into some small areas. That's why when coronavirus initially started, that's why New York was hit so hard with many people getting sick because there's a lot of people that live there in a small amount of area. So it's pretty crowded, and a lot of people go to the Northeast because it has a lot to offer. Huge, huge cities, lots to do. So a lot of people live there. So now what I need you to do is read back through these. Hopefully you are watching this video. Are you watching? Are you watching? I hope so. I want you to read through these. Then you're going to answer 2 questions about the culture of the Northeast. Now, the culture is the food, the people, and what they like to do for fun. So, number 1, why is this area known as the melting pot? I talked about it, so you can take my info and the info from the paragraph, okay? I want to see a good detailed answer there. And then also, number 2, what kind of foods were invented in this region? I sure hope I didn't make you too hungry with all the yummy food talk and ice cream talk and chicken wing talk and so yummy. Well, it is about 1 o'clock, so I'm gonna go eat lunch. But if you guys are not watching this near lunchtime, this would be a good time to take a snack break and then go back to your work. So, guys, go ahead and go take your snack break because I'm sure I made you a little hungry after watching this, and then get back to your work. I can't wait to read your responses, and as always, keep traveling.